So I get over there to the DV shelter, and I try to lay low. I try to have a low profile. Literally, I'm like a loner anyway. I don't be going much places anyway. I don't really go outside, which sometimes gets make people uncomfortable because they can't read you and they can't put the witchcraft on you because you're in your room. So, and that's all this boils down to at the end of the day is witchcraft. All this gang stalking, car honking, car light shining, all it boils down to witchcraft. I was in jail when I was in Muskogee County Jail. Motherfucking police officers and the COs was in there doing this while I was sitting in there overnight. All this shit boggles down to witchcraft, basically. All that other everything else you see is a deflection. It's a distraction. It's to keep you distracted. It's to keep your mind, you got the switch of hand. Don't look over there, look over here type of. Don't pay attention to this, pay attention to that. Keep your energy low, keep you down, keep you in a negative state of mind, keep you from reaching the God frequency, which is the frequency that we all supposed to reach if we're not doing the devil's work. But you have to understand, these people, they venerate different false gods, and Molech is one of them. And Molech got everything to do with you sacrificing what? Children, babies, all types of other stuff. They feel like in order for them to get money or get riches, they got to give up a child. So even when I got into the shelter, I wasn't coming downstairs. I was staying in my room. I was minding my business. All these coming down to eat. They was taking issue with that. You know what I mean? So, I got my son in there, and I really only started to do little stuff when they started harassing my babies. Then it was like, here we go with the gassy smells, and we're going to start gassing you up. And so I'm like, okay, I'm not about to sit here and let my child inhale bull crap. No, first of all, it's the middle of winter. Well, it was spring. It was like 60 degrees outside. Fall in the freaking South feel like the spring. But it was cold enough for the heat to be on, because I had the heat running when we was in the motels. So, but instead of them having the heat on, these kids got this AC running in my room, right? These people have the AC running in my room. So I'm like, okay, I know that was done on purpose. They already starting with the nonsense. If I make a scene about it, they're going to try to make me look crazy or try to make it seem like it's not true or it's not going on. So I just have to come up with my own solution. I tried to put curtains to the window because there wasn't no curtains up. It was just blinds. And as I was trying to do that, the freaking blinds fell down. Boom. I get up there and realize actually one of the advocates from the shelter told me that in this room so happened to be the AC was running on and not the heat. And I'm like, what? So then I get up to the vent and I put my hand up to the vent and I'm like, yo, it's really cold air coming out of this vent. Like they got it basically like 60 degrees in this room. So and literally gave us like a half a blanket, like the blanket you throw over the couch. Not even a real blanket you sleep up under. Gave us a blanket that you put over your legs, at the end of your body while you're reading the book or something like that. So I'm in here with my newborn child. We're freezing, and not because it's cold outside, but because they have the AC running in the room. So, me being an intelligent person I am, I get up, I close the vent. Closing the vent wasn't good enough. There's still a little air creeping through that little slot. There's a little slat right there. So I'm like, damn, what do I do? What do I do? Come on, Tifa, think. I get tape, and I tape it up. I asked to borrow some tape, take the tape, get up there on the top bunk, tape the daggone thing up, tape it up with as much tape as I possibly can. Before you know it, we're warm in the room. Boom. So, every time I went to combat something, you understand what I'm saying? They find another thing to come at me with. People coming in my room, in and out of my room. Don't really care about that. I'm used to people coming in and out of my space. Even when I'm in a motel room, I know people been in and out of there. Don't care. You know what I mean? Leaving things under my bed. More witchcraft. Take that, throw it away. throw it in the trash. Supposed to be baby toys, throw it in the trash. Then they're hitting my baby with frequencies. I told you, I combat that. I know how to combat the frequencies at this point in time. Combat the frequencies. You're not going to sit here and hit my baby with frequencies. They keep offering me food. That's so irritating. For all the gang stalker people that be watching my videos, please stop offering me food. I am not going to eat. You give me. I don't want your Cheez-Its. I just came up here on the Greyhound bus. Had random people talking about, do you want an apple? Bitch, I don't want your food. Okay, I don't want your Cheez-Its. Even prior to me knowing about this, I never ate other people's food. They be leaving half-empty sodas and half-eaten French fries. I'm like, who in their right mind just gonna be like, you know what? I think I'm gonna drink that soda. Like, nobody. Okay, like, I don't know if you think I'm dumb or something like that, but I'm being targeted because I'm highly intelligent. I'm not being targeted because I'm a stupid person. I'm being targeted because I'm not dumb. That's the reason why I'm being targeted. So please stop offering me food, A, and B, stop leaving food behind thinking somebody gonna just pick it up and drink it. Now, if you're leaving it behind for other reasons, then whatever, but ain't nobody about to drink no soda you didn't drink off of, period. Ain't nobody that thirsty. Anyways, moving right along. Everybody in here wants to cook for me. Had somebody offer me some rice-a-roni. Had that white lady kept offering me snacks. Do you want cookies? And it seemed like every time somebody tried to offer me some food, I turned it down. They got an attitude. So then they kept asking me, what's my son's name? I told them Junior. He's a junior. Keep asking me, what's his real name? I'm like, I've been black for 30 years. Okay, this is mostly black women in here. I've been black majority of my life. I grew up with a whole bunch of juniors. I ain't never known them dudes' real name. Never asked them. I ain't never said, well, what's your actual name? I just thought Junior was that. That was a name in itself growing up, because we used to just call people Junior so much. I thought Junior was a name. Okay? I ain't never asked nobody, well, what's your actual name? Now, I might have knew their name if I went to school with them. If I went to school with them, I'd find out what their name was. But outside of that, ain't nobody know nobody's actual name. Junior. If I tell you his name is Junior, that's it. What you want me to give you his whole birthday? The size he was when he was born? And the time too? I'm not doing that. Okay? I already know how y'all give it up, and I'm not doing that. His name is Junior. Okay? If you want to figure out what his real name is, go back there and ask some advocates. Y'all all in cahoots together. I'm sure they'll give you his real name, birthday, and everything like that. Whatever else you need to do what it is you're trying to do. Basically, I'm in the room by myself. I have a next door neighbor. Me and her sharing the bathroom. You know, I'm extremely clean. You know, I'm not really leaving things behind. You understand what I'm saying? Then this lady goes and tell me, oh, well, Tifa, go do your hair. You know, I feel good about yourself. She tells me, well, you need to lay low. I'm like, I am laying low. How low do you want me to lay? You know, and it's like, basically, we can't put witchcraft on you to the extent that we want to. It's frustrating us. And now you got to get out. So when push came to shove, we're not making you suffer enough. Every time we try to do something to you, you do something else. You know, my son's sleeping at the top of the bed. Our room so happen to be facing the outside door. People are constantly coming in, slamming the daggone door. Every time they come in, they're slamming it. So instead of sleeping at the top bed, because, you know, he's still a newborn, he needs rest. You know what I mean? He sleeps a lot. You know what I mean? And so I take him to the bottom of the bed so he can get rest, because every time he can't sleep, he starts to get sick, and then he gets cranky, and then I have to take care of him. You know what I mean? So I took him down to the bottom of the bed. That was their last straw. They called me downstairs, tell me that they got a call from somebody saying that I was being seen with my abuser. Mind you, I have a record of myself on camera that whole day inside that shelter, because they said that I kept coming back and forth downstairs. That was the first lie. Oh, we heard you keep coming back and forth downstairs. I'm like, y'all have cameras in here. Y'all have footages. Run back the footages. And then so after they started lying on me, I started recording myself coming downstairs. What time I came downstairs, what time I went upstairs. I recorded myself that whole day. Then they waited till the afternoon and said that somebody called them and said, oh, well, you've been seen with your lover. First it said somebody from the Home for Good called. Then they said a volunteer called and said they seen me behind Motel 6 with my lover. And first of all, y'all don't even know how my lover look. Y'all never met the man before. I could have been behind a Motel 6 with any guy, but that it doesn't matter, because that's beside the point, because of the fact that I never even left the building that day. So basically, they just didn't give a fuck. was trying to find any kind of way to put me out of there, and did just that. And it was mainly had everything to do with the fact that I did not allow them to cook food for me. Every time I did eat things from there, I prayed over it, like Thanksgiving dinner that I had in there. And basically, if you pray, every time I prayed, they had a problem or issue. Somebody do some crazy gang stalker shit. This whole thing is about you praying and witchcraft. I mean, bottom line. And it took me this long into the program to realize it. And that was about it. So basically, me and my son got through out. We got through out of the program for no reason at all. We did absolutely nothing wrong. I did not leave the building that day. I still have my records of me being in there all day. And we got put out. So I left my son with my mom, and I came up here to New York. Because I felt like I was going to be homeless. I'm always be homeless in homeless people capital and mind my business. Where there was like, a homeless community rather than being homeless in the South, where it's just like you can get basically locked up for being homeless. And I wasn't trying to go back and forth to jail. So now I'm here in New York, and that's that with that. Don't know where his dad is at. Haven't seen him since, the situation at hand. These people put a protection order out against him, helped me get my baby back from him. Because at first the sheriff was going to let him keep the baby, which we all know is illegal as his mom. I have initial rights to him, but like I said, the police always side with him. So I had to go get a protection order against him, which they helped me go through the processes. And then it was like they kept trying to take my baby around, like in the back. And I'd be like, man, if you don't come, I'm going to the bathroom. And I'm trying to figure out, what the hell y'all doing to my son? So I'm like talking to the caseworker lady. And then she will finish talking. She'll hold the baby for me as we're talking. Oh, you're so cute. Blah, 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 blah. All that fake bullshit. Because the whole time y'all bitches don't even like kids. And y'all kill kids. And y'all some fucking weirdos. So it's, oh, you're so cute. Da, 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 da. So it's like, oh, I'll be right back. I gotta go talk to the child advocate lady. Who's also some bullshit. And then she'll go back there. And she's like back there like 10 to 15 minutes with my child. And I'm kind of like, the fuck are y'all doing? Do you understand what I'm saying? So then I fake, I gotta go to the bathroom. Is there a bathroom back here? Oh yeah, it is. Then I go to the bathroom trying to figure out what's going on. They're in this office talking for like 10 to 15. What are y'all chatting about? I called the police, even though it didn't make a difference. When I had to leave, I wanted to get a police report. I was like, oh, I'm gonna sue, da-da-da. It doesn't matter. It's gonna be their word versus mine, and at this point, I don't care. So I called the police. And as I called the police, when the police finally do get there, the white child advocate lady is kind of like, oh, well, can I hold the baby while you go upstairs to get the car seat? I'm like, no. Hell no, you can't hold my son. Like, why would I let you hold my child after y'all just basically, y'all putting us out on the street? Y'all know he's 4 months old. You know we don't have anywhere else to go. And y'all put him out on the street knowing all that, but now you want to hold him while I go upstairs. Like, why the fuck y'all keep trying to get my baby? What type of shit y'all own? You understand what I'm saying? Excuse my language. God, forgive me. I repent for my language, Father God. What kind of stuff are y'all own? So, yeah, that was that with that. Now I'm in New York, and I don't really know. Like, I'm just in New York. Like, my first thought was to come here. I didn't want to be in the South anymore. It just was overwhelming to me to stay down there after all that was going on with my son's father, my son. And I left my son down there because I felt like he was safer down there with my mom. And he was better off down there while I came up here and did whatever it is I'm doing. So I'm just kind of winging it from day to day to day. I mean, I'm starting to see that this is some real stuff going on. These people ain't playing about this New World Order shit. Like, as a targeted individual, I knew eventually I'd end up homeless. You understand what I'm saying? Like, I knew eventually I would end up homeless. I just didn't know it would be this fast. So, yeah. I messed up. But it's okay. Because just the same way they dedicated to they believe in, I'm dedicated to what I believe in. I'm dedicated to the Most High God. And if I gotta be homeless for God, then I'm gonna be homeless for God. You know, it is what it is, and that's gonna be that with that. So, like I said, I'm going to leave. And I hate to end it on this note. But I'm going to leave my Cash App in the link. If anybody want to Cash App me anything so I can be able to eat from day to day or whatever, I would greatly appreciate it. And pray for me. Don't pray on me. Thank you and good night.